let it blend just right. Chop into the beat now, season with a little soul. Every dish I'm making got a story to be told. Cozy golden kitchen, yeah, the vibe feels right. Come create with me, let's bring comfort to the light, yeah.
Don't have it up too high because you don't want to burn your grease. You're just browning your chops. Look at me. Look at me. I like these things. When we were kids, we used to ask for the crunchies. That's what we used to call them. Can we have the crunchies? And these are the bits of the flour within the grease, and they're still delicious. Good enough. Now I'm going to take some of this oil off. We're going to make our gravy. We're going to use some of the same gravy that we coated our pork chops in. Here's a little piece of meat. Fry it up in there. Why not? I don't have my regular gravy browner. Can't seem to remember to pick it up at the store. So I'm going to use this. And this is supposed to be the same with Maggie. But it's not quite. It doesn't darken your gravy really well. You have to use so much. And then that's a seasoning too. So you really don't want to overdo it. Let me add a bit more. That should do it with that. Let that brown. I'm going to add some of the same seasonings that I put on our pork chops. We're going to add into this gravy, just not so heavy. We're going to add some of this Maggi. So we're going to cook this for a while because what we don't want is raw flour in our gravy. That's the worst. I don't know if you've ever done it, but I did. That's how I know better. And I didn't cook the rawness out of my flour. And then when I made my gravy, it was pretty terrible. It was gritty. So now I know better. That's just a forewarning for you if you haven't made it yet, but it's really easy. It's not a task. I'm going to turn on my hot water because I use hot water to add into my gravy. I lose control. Whoops. Sorry for making noise in your ear. So I have to get this hot water ready. See how it's browning up nicely? Don't get too brown because you don't want it to burn. You don't have that burnt taste. Okay. Oops. Here's some hot water. And there. See how it's thickened up? So we need to add more. No lumps, please. But if you do get a few lumps, all you have to do is pour your gravy through a strainer and it'll come out really smooth. Pour it through a strainer to get all the lumps and pour it back into your pan and keep doing your thing. Don't pour it out. I have to pour it out and start over. No, you don't. Unless you just want to. Yeah. See, because remember we floured our pork chops? So that flour is going to add to the thickness of the gravy. So don't be afraid to add water or broth or whatever you choose to use to your gravy, thinking that it'll be too thin. No, you got the helpers over here. It's still pretty thick, so I'm going to add a little more. Get in there. Yeah. Michael Jackson movie. My goodness. That movie brought back so many memories. I love Michael Jackson. Loved and still love Michael Jackson today. And we made it a family thing for those that wanted to partake. And we had a fabulous, and I'm going back again, like really soon. And I'm going to do it with some people like that understand. But I had a wonderful time. I'm not going to kid you. It is everything. If you haven't went to see it, no matter how you feel about specific music, go and see that. You'll appreciate it. I promise you will. And I don't think there's nobody that's not familiar with Michael Jackson. I loved it. Yes, I did. So I throw that in there. Now, let me see. Still don't want it to be too thick. Let me add just a bit more water. Okay, that should do it. Let's add some of this Maggi in here. Smells so doggone good. Okay, let's see. It browned it up a bit, but I forget the name. Kitchen Bouquet. That's the one I love, and it doesn't have, the seasoning. It's not salty or anything like that. But all you have to use is pretty much a dab, and it'll darken your gravy. I'm getting it all over my cup. Where's my butter? I'm gonna add a pat of butter in here. A little more pepper. Yeah, sticking my finger in there. I can, okay? Beautiful. Add some of this butter in here. Here's one minute again. I've had a dizzy head for a few months now. I did 2 years ago, and they said I had vertigo, but it would come and go, and this one's kind of sticking around. It's kind of worrying me a bit. That's good, y'all. Hold on. Turn it up a little bit. Let it get to boiling a bit. And then we're going to add our chops and our onions. You hear them kitchen noises? Yeah. I'm going to put it close to my right there for a second. Mm. How's that look? Pretty good. Already got my onions. This is my right top. That's the wrong top. Hold on. I know I have a top to go to it, but we're going to use this. We're going to turn it down a bit, and we're going to let it do its thing. Just let it simmer. And we have our potatoes over here we're going to mash, and my veggies. See what I have over here. What is it, my butter? I have a little pan. I have a can of whole kernel corn that I drained, and I have some sweet peas. Oh, hold on, I don't want to spill it. Come on. Really? Here we go. I don't know why this one didn't want to come off. You can imagine what happened there. I had spilled a bit trying to get the top off. One of those top cutters. Gonna mix them. Put some butter on the top of them. We're gonna let these get simmer. Careful, you don't want to break them. You just smash these little peas. They're already pre-cooked. Some butter on. Here you go. Get those started. Get these potatoes started. Add some salt if you dare. Like I said, let these simmer. We want to make them nice and tender. So don't cook them so fast. Just speed it up itself. So back to Michael Jackson. Back in the early, might have been 71 or something. The Jackson 5 came to the State Fair on Woodward in Detroit. And I wanted to go see them so bad. Nobody wanted to take me. So my older sister, after I cried and rolled in the floor enough, she decided, okay, I'll take you. And she took me to see him, and it was quite amazing for a short while because people started coming over the fence, and so they scooped them up and ran them off the stage, and that was that. But not only the show was amazing, we only paid $1 per person, so it cost us $2 to get in to see the Jackson Five. How about that? When I tell that story, people kind of look at me sideways like, yeah, okay. But it's the truth. Something, things like that you just never forget. So is there anyone out there who can testify? Is there anybody that went? I haven't had anybody say so yet. So yeah, I've told this story a couple of times. So let me know in the comments below if you got to go see them back in those days when it only cost $1. These potatoes are ready, and I'm going to go ahead and drain them. Always check one of the bigger ones first. That way we'll be sure that smaller ones are ready. Okay. So I'm going to add this butter. This is about a half a stick. I may add a bit more, and I'll put that in there first so it can start to melt. I'm going to add some Boysen cheese, and this is garlic and herbs. Let me see here. This is only 3 potatoes that I have in here. And this is some coronation milk. Add some of that. Just take our time with that because we don't want our potatoes to end up watery. And I'm adding some of the bland, the salt, pepper, and garlic seasoning. Some more pepper too. Break it up a little bit, and then we're going to use a little. So you kind of thick, right? I have some more milk. Make it easier on it. Come on, baby. You can do it. These potatoes are kind of thick, like I said, and I need to charge it. We'll be fine. Let me taste it and see what we need. I'm going to put the rest of this milk in here. Otherwise, it's going to go to waste. It is. It was. Now it won't. Like all of that, I think we've got it. Let's see what we need here. See? Beautiful. Pinch of salt. Just pinch. And that's it for that. Let it go again. With that salt in there. Done. Here we are. I'm going to let this go for 15 more minutes. Nice and slow. The onions are tender. Everything is good to go. Okay, I'm doing the finger taste. Okay? Delicious. Almost there. It's time. How delicious. Get some more of these onions. Did you see that? Put a few potatoes on here. And some peas. Do I want some gravy over those potatoes? Probably just a little bit. A little bit on these potatoes. In line. Here we go. Ooh, this is hot. Just gonna give it a taste, okay? Try these potatoes, which I already know they're delicious. Sweet peas and whole corn, whole kernel. I didn't show you. I cut it with my fork, so. Give me an onion. And as always, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Stay safe, stay well, and stay blessed. And remember that God loves you, and so do I. Later. Don't forget to pray.